Good morning everyone. It's Friday, it's very nearly the weekend. So today it's our resistance class this morning. Resistance band class. So I suppose, yes, it is a resistance class. And that's designed to help you not only build muscle, so long lean muscle with the exercises that we're doing, so just feeling stronger and stabilising all those joints, but it's also going to help to improve your bone density as well. So very important as we go through the aging process. We start to lose our bone density, and it's very important that we put some stress into those bones with things like weights or resistance, so that our bodies know to keep those bones nice and strong and prevent breaks. So as always, make sure you've got your safe, clear working area. Nothing that you're going to trip over. And then if you've got your band or bands, just pick them up, check the edges, no nicks or tears, no signs of them wearing out in the middle, areas of thinning and stress, so that they're good to go. And then make sure that you pop them out of your working area for now, so that you're not going to trip over them. Now, with any of these classes, you need to make sure that you're taking responsibility for your body while you exercise. So if you do have a pre-existing condition, make sure that you exercise safely and responsibly. So do listen for any modifications, or make sure that you're moving in a way that is safe for your body if you've been advised to do certain things or not to do certain things. So particularly for osteoporosis of the spine, that's no fixed rotation. And by fixed, we mean that you hold your hips still and turn, okay? So you're going to allow the body to move nice and freely, so we're not putting that undue strain into the spinal column, okay? Right, it's very nearly time to start. So I'm hoping one or two more hopping on. And it is World Sleep Day today. So if you are struggling with your sleep and you're not getting your recommended 7 to 9 hours a night, then do hop over onto the Pilates Wellbeing page. There are lots of posts on there about sleep and how to improve your sleep. We looked at it in depth a few weeks ago, but because it's World Sleep Day, I'll be recapping on a few of those and letting you know about some things that can really help you to get a better night's sleep. Okay, so very important for our mental as well as physical health is getting a really good night's sleep. Okay, I'm going to pop the music on now and we'll make a start. Okay, so coming into our good standing posture. Just checking those feet are parallel, toes spread out, lift them up, place them down, find the arches are lifted, and then let's focus into that breath. Big breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. I want you to really try and feel it going all the way around the rib cage. Let's try and make that breath a little more active now. So as you inhale, just stack the body, come into good posture. So pelvis sitting as it should. Think of the top of the hips being level. And as you exhale, just relaxing the shoulders down. Let's start to engage the abdominals, so think of exhaling, lifting the pelvic floor, drawing in all the way up, see if you can connect that bottom rib in and really get that diaphragm working. Now we're going to turn at the wrist and reach up. Rotate back down. Reach, inhale. And exhale. Make sure that you stay tall but without stiffness on that exhale. So we want to stay lifted out of the hips but without feeling too rigid. Last one. Let's take a little stretch out to the side and pull back up tall. Turn and stretch and pull up. One more each way. And let's come into our foot pedals. Nice way to just wake up the feet and the calves and practice that good movement pattern. Thinking about where we're placing that heel as we put it back down. And I can see I've got into a bad habit here because of my dodgy toe. Can you see how when I go to this side I've been leaning over a little bit, haven't I? Good job I can see myself in the camera. Compensating. Right, so let's take those arms forwards and come into a bow and arrow. So you're aiming to keep that shoulder away from the jaw and just pulling gently back. Now, we're going to rotate, so remember osteoporosis, let your hips go with you. Otherwise, you just follow it round. If it makes you feel dizzy, keep your head facing the front. One more, and then we're going to add in the foot pedal. So the knee goes forwards, the elbow comes back. Try not to hitch the hip as you go. Hips staying level. It is very tempting to sort of pull that hip round and hitch it up. One more each side. And take an arm circle if you can, big reach up. Reaching out wide and down. Let's come into a knee lift and step out to the side to come into some squats. Knees over toes and up. Just 3 more. One last one. Now let's push up, lift the opposite heel. You're going to pivot both feet. So you're in a sort of a lunge position. We're going to take a little lunge and turn the palms away. We're going to lift and press. Two more. And then let's open out, pivot, bring the arms down, and we're going to come into a knee lift, same leg, bring it up, and step it down. Now we're going to do the same to the other side, so I'm going to come this way a little bit. So other leg, let's pick it up, knee lift, step it out, come into squats. We've got 2 more. One last one. And then picking up that heel to pivot, little lunge forwards, turn the palms and let's press. One last one, and then let's open those arms out, turn the feet forwards, let's come into that knee lift, just hold a little balance and step it down. Wonderful, we are ready to pick up those bands, so if you have a choice, grab your lighter one if you need to for arms. And we're going to start with it across the palms. Now you can come back to good standing posture if that's better for you, but if you can you come to feet together. Gentle squeeze all the way up from the ankles to the inner thigh and pelvic floor. Now let's have those elbows free. Try not to tuck them into your body, shoulders open and palms to the ceiling. Let's take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to rotate out, so think of leading with your thumbs and back in. The palms stay facing the ceiling. Now, as you exhale, if you've got your feet together, can you squeeze and lift all the way through the inside of the legs from the ankle and all the way up to the rib cage. So it's just like that breathing we did at the beginning. And at the moment we're not going too far and squeezing the shoulder blades together. We're just seeing how much rotation we can get in the shoulder joint itself. So it's a breath out and a breath in. One more. Now let's take that a little bit further and give those shoulders a bit of a squeeze back at the end. So let's squeeze back. As you come back in, can you lift both heels? Little rise and lower. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. So think of gently drawing those shoulder blades towards the spine, but just notice what's happening to your head and your ribs. We can let the ribs move a little and come into a little bit of extension, but what we don't want to do is just really encourage the ribs popping forwards or the chin. Last two. Squeeze those legs together. Now maintain that squeeze, pull up and down. One last one. Now, don't return the arms all the way. Hold them out a little bit in a V. We're going to push forwards and bring them back in. Maybe you can do this on a rise. So try and maintain those elbows coming in so you've still got that rotation. It's hard, isn't it, if you're keeping that there. One more. And in, and let's release. Goodness me, if you're doing that right, that's quite hard work on those arms, isn't it? Give them a little shake out. Let's just lace them together behind the back and give them a little stretch. Okay, we're going to take the band now. You want it across the palm, and then we're going to step one foot onto the band. So we've got it coming up the outside of the leg, palm to the front, and just check you haven't locked that elbow out. So inside of the elbow, facing forwards, and a little bit of softness there. And we're back to hip distance. Let's stand tall. I'm going to lift. So you're pulling out and back down. Now, if you have diastasis hernia or prolapse, you might want to do this without, or you might want to monitor and just make sure that you can feel everything is drawing in and the pelvic floor is lifting. So if you do get a feeling of pushing out at all, just lower your resistance or do without the band. Let's take one more. Now we're going to add in the opposite leg. So let's turn both palms to the front now. Pull up through that standing leg. You're going to slide out to the side. Have you still got your knee and toe pointing forwards? So do watch for turning that leg out and dropping your heel under. Think of pushing the outside of your ankle away. Get that lovely opposition, reaching from the big toe to the little finger. Now we're going to hold this one, we're going to pulse the arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you can, let's lift that toe, pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Wonderful. We're going to take hold with the other hand now. So you want your palm facing your hip, shoulders open. Let's take the other hand into the small of the back. You might want to test your range of movement by trying to reach for your shoulder blade. Let's pull out and down. Exhale. Now we're going to step out and lunge. So let's step, take a little lunge. Stepping back in. Step and lunge. And in. Again, we're keeping that nice parallel position with the feet. Just going wider. Stay here. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Stepping in. Let's take the foot off that band. We'll change sides now. So placing the foot on the band, having your palm facing forwards, elbows soft, remember. Let's take a breath out, lift. Hopefully you're feeling some resistance in the other side. So if you're lifted out of your hips, you're going to feel some good core work here. We've got one more, and then we're going to go into that lovely diagonal reach where we're working on that back line of the body. So let's turn the other palm to the front and slide the leg out. We're pulling up, reach the toe and the little finger away, and back in. Exhale. And inhale. And it's okay to be on a little bit of a lean as long as you're not letting that hip go. So hip staying pulled up. Let's stay here. Pulse the arm. And we've got 4, 3, 2, hold, pulse the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. Let's swap over hands now. Palm facing the hip, shoulder open. Let's take a breath out, pulling up, inhale down. We've got one more. Okay, let's step out to the side into your little lunge. Stepping back in. Try and keep that little toe connected to the floor. Sorry, I've not got my hand behind my back, have I? There we go. And we're staying here for this one. In that lunge if you can, and we're going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Stepping in, and let's release. Now we're going to double that band over so that we can just sort of use it as a guide. And you're going to hold it palms down. So try and grab it through your palms and fingers rather than your thumb. So have the thumb over the top next to your first finger. We're coming back to hip distance, shoulders open. Now we are going to be working on mobility of the spine. So if flexion isn't good for you, miss that bit out. If extension isn't good for you, miss that bit out. So let's open the shoulders and bring the band up to shoulder height. We're going to nod the chin and draw it back slightly so that we're looking at that band, and soften the knees. Let's follow it down. See if you can get it almost to your thighs without tilting the pelvis. So if flexion isn't good for you, allow the pelvis to tilt. Do it more of a hinge. Coming back up. So in that case, you're going to do it more like you do a squat. And take it to the knees, so no flexion. If flexion is okay, it gives length in that spine. See if you can push down to the knees and restack. We're going to do one more like this. And if you're doing it correctly, it's quite a strong abdominal exercise too. Now, into a little bit of extension. If that's not appropriate for you, just do an arm lift and down instead. Shoulders wide and down. Let's lift. Now you want to be able to just see the band if you look up with your eyes without lifting the head. Okay, now draw the shoulders down. Think of taking that band across the ceiling, lift out of the hips. And recover. Lift out of the hips. So this is extension through the mid-back. So shoulder blade area rather than your lower back. So if you're just doing a big back bend at the lower back, maybe just lift and get that feeling of drawing the shoulders down instead. We've got one more. And bring it in. Just give those shoulders a little roll. Now, we're going to put the two together. We're going to add in a bit more movement. Let's start with our extension. We're coming up. Little stretch back. Bring it forward, soft knees. Rolling down. Curl back up, restack. Bring the band up. Into your extension. Anybody locking their knees when they do that? See if you can keep them soft. Up and into your extension. One more time. Restack. Wonderful. Now we're going to stay with the band like this. If you have osteoporosis, stay hip distance for me and you're going to allow your hips to move. Otherwise, could you come into tandem stance or open tandem or feet together, wherever you feel confident. But if you're in tandem or open tandem, make sure you've got the same pressure in each foot. We're going to bring that band up, not too high, sort of opposite your tummy button. And we're going to take a breath out, follow it round. And centre. One more. And then step onto that back foot, come into a knee lift, hold that balance. Can you rotate? And step it back. Wonderful, bring it down. Okay, just settle yourself into the new position. Bring it up, opposite tummy button. Breath in. Let's exhale and rotate. and back to centre. So remember, this is turning the body. We're not just taking the arms across or just turning the head and doing it. Make sure that you feel you're turning your body. Now let's step onto that back foot again. Knee lift. And give me one rotation here. And step it down. Lovely, just give those shoulders a roll. Right, we're going to take that band loose again, open it out. We're going to step one foot into the middle. Hip distance, stepping one foot back, so we're going into some lunges now, but we're going to do a little bit of work on the shoulders as well. So let's come down into a lunge, and you want to have your thumbs downwards. Okay, so your little finger is up towards you. Now, just push up and draw your shoulders back. Come down, let the shoulders go, let that band pull them down. Pull them back as you lift up. And again, remember, you want to be able to see those shoulders and then kind of almost hide them. But if they completely disappear, your head's dropped. So we can feel those shoulder blades glide around the rib cage and then draw towards each other. One more. Okay, we've got that lovely open chest now. So we're going to come into a lunge. This time as you come up, you're going to pull back to the hips. Inhale down. You might need to change your resistance. Can you try and have your elbows point away from you rather than out to the side? So we don't want to go for chicken wings. We're pushing back. Now, last one like this, unless you're feeling very brave, if you're not feeling very brave, stay with your foot down. But if you can you lift that back leg? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Very wobbly today. One more. Oh dear me. Balance is a bit off. Right. Down and release. Okay. Let's do those on the other side. I'll probably do better on this one, I'd imagine. My better leg, better side. Right. Stepping into that lunge position. Coming down. Holding that band lower down, shoulders drop forwards, pull back. One more. And then with that little pull back to the hips. Good breath out on that push up. Now stay there if you need to. If you can you lift that back leg? See how I do on this side. Oh, that's better. See, I knew I'd be better on this side. One more. And stepping down and in. Wonderful. Right, let's pop that band away. Time for a bit of stretching now to finish with. So let's step back to that split stance. Step the foot back. We're going to take the arms forwards. Turn the heel in as you pivot and open out, reach. Now come over the top if you can to come back. Turn and stretch. And back. Now we're going to stay here and open out. And then lunge and thread through. Open out. And thread through. Take the arms forward. We're going to press that back heel down. Flex the wrists. Push forwards and up. Big breath in. And back. And again, inhale. And exhale. And then if you can, both legs straight. Hinge forwards. Hand onto the thigh. Just give that leg a stretch. And come up. Soften the knees. And step in safely. Let's do those on the other side. So split stance, arms forward, you're going to turn that heel in, turn the body, stretch out, and then a big reach over the top and pivot. Reach out, and over. So this time, we're going to reach out, and then lunge, and press through. So we're reaching out and lunge, press through. Take the arms forwards, lift up, we're going to press that back heel down, flex the wrists, push forwards and up, big breath in, and exhale. And again, inhale, and exhale. Straight legs, hinge forwards, stretch out that leg, and then come up a little way, soften the knees, and step in. Back to your good standing posture. Just pop the arms into Cossack, and we're just going to circle the hips round. And then round the other way. And bringing the arms down, let's take soft knees and a big stretch up. Inhale. And exhale. Very well done. Thank you for joining me this morning. So that was an entirely standing class, because I think at the minute we need a lot more standing work. I think an awful lot of us are spending a lot of time sat down, and it's nice to just get up and do a standing class. Very, very important that we keep our feet, our legs healthy and moving and being upright, and moving about is much better for you than staying seated. We're not actually designed to sit, we are designed to stand or to be in a squat position. But we've invented the chair, so what can we do? Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will be back here tonight at 6 o'clock for Stretch and Relax. Take care everyone, see you soon.